Have you ever found yourself in the same kind of relationship again and again, where the other person seems distant, inconsistent, or emotionally unavailable? Even though you deeply want connection and stability, at first, it might feel like bad luck or coincidence, but a pattern begins to emerge. You start to wonder why this keeps happening, why you keep choosing or attracting people who cannot fully show up for you emotionally. As humans, we are naturally drawn to what we recognize, even if it's not healthy. Emotional unavailability feels familiar, because it mirrors the kind of emotional environment they experienced in childhood. If you grew up where love was inconsistent, where attention came and went, or emotional connection felt unpredictable, your mind may have learned to associate love with uncertainty. You may not consciously want that kind of relationship, but on a deeper level, it feels normal. And because it feels normal, it feels safe, even if it also feels painful. This is how patterns are formed. As a child, you learn what love looks like by observing your caregivers. If love was distant, conditional, or hard to access, you may have learned that you have to work for it, chase it, or prove yourself worthy of it. And, as an adult, you may unconsciously recreate those same dynamics, hoping that this time the outcome will be different. You might find yourself attracted to people who are emotionally distant, hard to read, or unwilling to fully commit. And instead of walking away, you feel drawn in even more. You may start trying harder, giving more, and investing deeply, hoping that if you just do enough, they will eventually open up and choose you. This dynamic often comes from a place of emotional conditioning. You may have learned that love requires effort, patience, and sacrifice. So when someone is fully available, open, and consistent, it might actually feel unfamiliar or even uncomfortable. You might mistake calm and stability for boredom simply because you are not used to it. Another reason this pattern continues is because of self-worth. If, at some point in your life, you internalize the belief that you are not fully worthy of love, you may unconsciously accept less than you deserve. You may tolerate emotional distance, inconsistency, or lack of effort, because a part of you believes this is all you can expect. You might ignore red flags, make excuses for their behavior, or convince yourself that they just need time. And while empathy is important, constantly justifying someone else's inability to show up emotionally often comes at the cost of your own needs. There is also a deeper emotional pull in these relationships. When someone is unavailable, their attention becomes unpredictable, and unpredictability creates intensity. You may feel high when they give you attention and low when they pull away. This emotional roller coaster can feel addictive, making it even harder to step back and see the relationship clearly. But what's important to understand is this: attraction is not always a sign of compatibility. Sometimes, attraction is simply a reflection of what you are used to. And if what you are used to is emotional inconsistency, then emotional availability might feel unfamiliar at first. Breaking this pattern begins with awareness. You have to start noticing the types of people you are drawn to and the dynamics that keep repeating in your relationships. Ask yourself, does this feel healthy, or does it just feel familiar? That one question can begin to shift your perspective in powerful ways. It also requires you to reconnect with your own needs. What do you truly want in a relationship? Consistency, communication, emotional presence. Once you become clear on that, you can begin to recognize when someone is unable to meet those needs, instead of trying to change yourself to fit their limitations. Another important step is learning to sit with discomfort. Choosing emotionally available people might feel unfamiliar at first. It may not have the same intensity or emotional highs, but that's because it is stable, not chaotic. And over time, stability becomes safety, and safety becomes the foundation for real connection. You also need to strengthen your sense of self-worth. When you truly believe that you deserve consistent, healthy love, you stop settling for less. You become less willing to chase, fix, or wait for someone to change, and more willing to walk away from anything that does not align with your values. This doesn't mean blaming yourself for past choices. You are operating from what you knew, from patterns that were formed long before you had the awareness you have now. But now that you see the pattern, you have the power to change it. And change doesn't happen all at once. It happens in small decisions, choosing not to ignore red flags, choosing to walk away earlier, choosing to prioritize your emotional well-being over temporary connection. Each of these choices slowly breaks the cycle. The truth is, you are not attracting emotionally unavailable people by accident. You are being drawn into familiar patterns that once helped you understand love. But those patterns can be unlearned. You can redefine what love feels like, what you accept, and what you walk away from. And when you begin to choose differently, something shifts. You stop chasing unavailable people, and you start attracting connections that are mutual, stable, and emotionally fulfilling. Not because the world suddenly changed, but because you did. At the end of the day, you deserve a relationship where you feel seen, heard, and valued without having to fight for it. You deserve consistency, not confusion. And the moment you truly understand that is the moment you stop settling for less and start creating space for the kind of love that actually meets you where you are.